Yo guys, Nifty here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys an updated room tour. So I'm going to be bringing you guys around my room, telling you guys what I have in my room, but I'm going to mainly focus on explaining to you what I have in my setup. Now before we do start, I don't have the best of stuff. I have literally the bare minimum equipment. So if you want to start YouTube, you don't have that much money, I recommend you guys buy the stuff that I have. So let's start off over on this bit of the room then. Here we do have some of my PS3 games. All my PS4 games and my PS4 are downstairs. So here are my PS3 games. I've got a load of COD games. I've got FIFA, and that's pretty much all. So those are my PS3 games. Here I have a load of 1-piece and 2-piece just chucked in a pot. I am just saving them up just because I can. In this little box here is the newest arrival to my setup, which is obviously the Logitech C920 and my mouse, which I will show you later on. So that is pretty cool. We've obviously got a standard heater here. If it gets a bit cold, you've got to be heated up. And we have some set of keys that only have a bike lock key because I haven't got my new front door key yet. That is pretty much it over there, so let's head here. Here we have an X-Rocker. Now I'm looking to sell this, but I don't know how much it actually sells for, so I need to do a bit of research. It doesn't have everything. It doesn't have like the bit you plug in, so we'll have to have a look and probably hopefully sell it for about 20 quid. But yeah, it's pretty decent. It's a comfortable chair, and I don't really use it, so I don't see the point in keeping it. Right here then we have the bed with obviously the bog standard Arsenal covers. Just you have to have Arsenal covers if you're an Arsenal fan. So then before we go on to the actual setup, let's have a look at my walls then. We've got this one red and we got this one white, obviously Arsenal colours. So here we actually have a Arsenal poster. So let's have a quick look at this. We've got all the best players on here: Sanchez, Ozil, Giroud, Cazorla, and all of those players. A very, very good looking poster. Next to that we have one of the Arsenal shirts. We have another Arsenal shirt, a very old one there, and another one over there as well. Your life is not complete if you don't have a Meerkat calendar. Here we have the Arsenal flag, which was obviously for the FA Cup final. Arsenal versus Aston Villa, as it says right there. Safe to say we won that. We've got a couple of Arsenal scarves up there, and it looks pretty good, to be fair. What do you guys think? But now, before we do actually take a look onto the actual setup, we're going to have a look down below. So down here then we have, oh, you can't even bloody see it, but there are a few wires. There are a few wires that I really need to sort out, but the desk I'm using right now, as you can see, is actually my old dinner table. Yeah, so I don't really want it anymore, obviously. I just needed something to fit my whole setup on it until I got a new desk. So I'm pretty much using it as a backup right now. So that is why I can't really be bothered to sort out all the wires properly. So let's start off on the left side. Here we have my half-broken Elgato. Now, my Elgato is actually nearly 5 years old. I've had this baby for almost 5 years. Absolutely madness. Now, I don't actually have 2 HDMI cables, so I've got to run my PS3 with this cable. I don't know what it is, this one. I don't know what cable that is. I can't be asked to plug that in, but never mind. Yeah, I don't know what cable that is, but whatever cable it is, you guys will probably know. So yeah, that is it. That obviously plugs into my PS3, because up here I only have my PS3. Downstairs is where I do my PS4 recordings. Obviously, you've got the USB from the Elgato into my laptop, which you may see, oh, it's not turning on. It isn't turning on. That is because I have a VGA cable going into my monitor. Now, one problem with the laptop and doing it like this, obviously, if you have it set up like this, you will want your mouse and keyboard plugged into your laptop. The problem here is that there is not enough USB ports. So whenever I'm doing a video using my mic and my webcam at the same time, I have to unplug my keyboard because I want my mouse in there so I can do everything like that. I don't really need my keyboard. So when I finish recording, I just have to unplug my webcam and plug back in my keyboard, and boom, I'm ready to edit. That is the only downside really to doing that, so I need to buy one of those massive USB ports. They are only a couple of quid, so it's not too bad. So moving to the right then, we have a half-finished mug of tea, which is always good, and we've got a USB. You just always need a USB when you're doing videos. Here is my keyboard, and obviously because it's not plugged in yet, I obviously can't put the lights on. It is actually an LED one, which is pretty decent. This bit is missing. Yeah, the day I got it, one of my shelves fell down, and it just went bang onto this, and that popped off and broke. Isn't very good, is it? So let's move on. We've got here my monitor, which is an iArmor. It's not 1080p, guys. It is not 1080p. It is only 720p. I did not realise it when I brought it, but it doesn't really matter. It is good enough for what I need it for. I am going to be buying a new monitor, a proper 1080p one, a gaming one, for my TV, because at the moment I am actually using a proper TV and I don't like it. It is just all wobbly because it's about 6 or 7 years old now. So that is getting on a bit. Down here we have our mouse, which is a very, very good mouse. I'm not going to lie, it changes colour, looks absolutely peng in the dark, and that is all I really have to say about that. There is my PS3 controller. At the back here we've got 2 drinks and my speakers. Those speakers are only like 15 quid, 20 quid. They are very, very cheap, but they are very, very good. And that is pretty much the setup. I don't really have that much stuff. I've only got the default stuff you need, but there are a lot of upgrades needed. Obviously, like I've told you about my monitor. Obviously, I need a PS4 in my room at some point. I obviously need a PC. I can't really deal with that anymore. It's pissing me off. It doesn't work properly. So that is pretty much the setup, guys. A lot of upgrades are needed for this setup. If you have enjoyed, smash the like button, and until next time, guys, peace.